All right, class. In this video, we're going to go over two more deities, but it's almost the ritual behavior associated with them that I want you to know, as opposed to just who they are and what they're representing. So we have Xipe Totec, god of spring, and you see him depicted here. But really, it is a human who is representing Xipe Totec, whether that's a manifestation of the god or a possession by the god. You know, those are anthropological intricacies we don't necessarily have to deal with here. But what I want you to kind of notice is to dress up as Xipe Totec. Did you notice that there's extra hands? Do you know why that might be? So the situation is thus. To dress up as Xipe Totec, you have to wear the skin of someone else around. And the spring festival that I think is really kind of cool, as I know the story, for kind of, I don't know what you want to call them, destitute homeless men, something like that, in the city would be chosen to represent Xipe Totec. And it's kind of cool what they did. So they would sacrifice someone, taken in battle, presumably some captive, and flay their skin, and the homeless man, the poor man, would get to wear the skin and go around the town, and as long as that skin was on them, they were treated as the living embodiment of Xipe Totec. And so they could go from house to house, door to door, and be treated like the god until that skin rotted off their body. Just as a snake, right, sheds its skin in a sort of rebirth, we can think of it maybe how the Aztecs did. So that's the story of the Xipe Totec spring ritual. And there's another image I have of a figurine. Yeah, notice here the double mouth. So he's wearing someone's face, and the stitching, getting the pieces together. I don't want to get too morbid, but what's the fewest number of pieces you could, flay a skin suit into? Like, I can only, it's 2 pieces of 5 pieces. Anyway, I don't know. That's horribly gross. Okay. Xiuhtecuhtli, the old fire god. I love him because he's got his a brazier in the for a hat, so there would be like a fire going, in that statue, which is pretty cool. And then Xiuhtecuhtli, the new fire god. We talked about the new fire ceremony a little bit when I was showing you the codex, the Florentine Codex. Xiuhtecuhtli. So the new fire ceremony, you see there the Nahuatl name, Toshiomorbilia. Man, that one's really tough for me. Held once every 52 years on the completion of one full cycle of the Aztec calendar. So this is the renewal of the sun. During the festival, all fires from temples to household hearths were extinguished. That is not how you spelled extinguished. And idols were cleansed with water, streets swept, and old cooking implements and hearthstones are thrown away. Then atop Mount Xiuhtecuhtli, priests gathered at midnight and awaited the precise alignment of the stars. Only when the Pleiades reached the zenith and the Xiuhtecuhtli star shone brightly in the very center of the sky, was a sacrifice made to Xiuhtecuhtli by cutting the heart of a sacrificial victim. And then fire was kindled inside the open chest cavity. And if the fire lit successfully, then all was well. This is like a groundhog, if the groundhog sees its shadow kind of thing. The fire was retaken to light all of the city's fires. If the flame had not lit successfully, it was believed to signal the coming of terrible monsters, and darkness would roam and mankind would be destroyed. I think they're pretty good, but it had to be kind of challenging, this wet gore of a chest cavity trying to light a fire. Anyway, they had a trick, I'm sure. All right, so you have Xipe Totec and the Spring Festival, and Xiuhtecuhtli and the new fire ceremony. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.